Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a tutorial for you on this look right here, and I'm really excited about it because I really like the way it turned out. I totally did not know what I wanted to do, whether I wanted to be soft look, kind of natural, whether I wanted to be dramatic. So I asked you guys on Snapchat. I got a lot of like the same, like both half and half. A lot of people said dramatic, a lot of people said soft. So I decided to kind of combine it into one because I kind of feel like this look can go both ways, and it's kind of, you know, just depending on your style, it can be classified as soft or as dramatic, just depending on what your personal preference is. For me, this is definitely like a halfway mark. I feel like the eyes have just like enough drama in them for them to be slightly dramatic, but yet everything else is very neutral, which I absolutely love. And I love combining warm and cool tones together. Like, I love the clash of them because when paired correctly, they can look really stunning. So if you guys want to find out how I got this look, then of course just keep on watching. To start off this look, I am priming my face with the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth Primer. I am down to the last of this stuff, so I'm just trying to finish it up, and I'm making sure to smooth this all over my entire face. For foundation today, I am using my NARS All Day Luminous foundation. Don't be fooled by the name. It's actually really good if you have oily skin. If you're dry, it's actually not as hydrating as you think it would be. How I like to use this foundation is to pump a few drops on the back of my hand or onto my mixing palette, and I like to dot this around the areas of my face. And then with the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face Brush, I actually like to use this brush to swirl it around and buff it into my skin as opposed to the pressing and patting motion that I usually do. I just find that it works best with this formula foundation. And then when I get to my nose area, I do make sure to press in around the nostrils just to get into those tight corners. I don't know what it is recently, but I have been having a lot of under eye redness. So to take care of that, I am taking my Bobbi Brown Light Bisque Corrector and making sure to pack that under my eye with my MAC 287 brush just to take it away and to really help brighten up underneath the eye. Then using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15, I like to place this onto the center of my chin, bridge of my nose, center of the forehead, underneath my eyes, and around my nostrils. And I'm kind of kicking it old school. I am using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to press this into my foundation and to blend it out. I haven't used this in a while. I used to use it all the time, but since I've been using the Beauty Blender recently, I kind of forgot about it, so I'm giving my Beauty Blender a rest today. Then to set this, I am trying out the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and still new to me. I don't have a full opinion of it yet, but so far so good. And to pack this on, I am using this sponge. It's called the Contour Sponge. I've only used it to bake, so I haven't used it wet yet, but I'll let you guys know how this goes. This is also a new product to me, but I really like the angles that it has cut into the sponge. Then to bronze up my face, I am using Havana from the Anastasia Contour Kit. And excuse me for looking away, I was watching the Kardashians. Oops. But anyway, back to business. So I am making sure to bronze up around my hairline and the hollows of my cheek with my multitask brush from Real Techniques. Then to carve out my cheekbones, I'm using my Luxie Large Angle 504 brush and really just pressing that along the sides of my contour. And then with a smaller angled fluffy brush, I'm making sure to define my nose and also my cupid's bow and bottom lip. I don't have a name for this brush. I just know it's from BH Cosmetics. It doesn't have a separate name for it. It comes in a set, so that's all I can tell you. Then taking my Bobbi Brown Sheer Powder Face Brush, I am picking up a little bit of the banana highlighting powder and making sure just to pack that on, well, lightly dust I should say, onto the areas where we put concealer and where we're highlighting, just to add a little bit more yellow. I don't like it to look so white. I like a little bit of warmth and actually like a lot of yellow, so if I end up looking really yellow, you'll know why. But anyway, then I'm taking up a little bit more of that banana powder and then the opposite end of that beauty sponge and just really sharpening up and defining our contour. Then taking the Balm Maryloumanizer, which is one of my favorite highlighters, and I'm using my Bobbi Brown eye blender brush to brush this onto the high points of my cheek, and also switching over to a smaller eyeshadow brush just to define my cupid's bow with it and to highlight the center of my chin and just to precisely highlight down the bridge of my nose, just so I don't over apply highlight there. Then for blush, I'm taking Milani Cosmetics Baked Blush in Luminoso. As you can tell, I'm almost done with this, hitting pan very soon. And with my face blender brush from Bobbi Brown, I'm just lightly dusting this onto the apples of my cheek. Taking a mixture of these two setting sprays, one from MAC, it's their Fix Plus, and Urban Decay All Nighter, and just dousing myself with this and letting that dry. Moving on to the eyes, I am making sure to apply MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre all over my eyelid. Then using my Morphe 350 palette, I am taking this taupey brown, a little bit more of a warm orangey tone, and with my eye blender brush from Bobbi Brown, just making sure to really buff that into my crease evenly. Then taking the mixture of these two matte oranges, I am taking my Real Techniques this is the Essential Crease Brush, and making sure to apply that really directly into the crease. And then to deepen the crease even further, I'm taking this brick reddish brown tone, it's also matte, and on a pointed crease brush, and making sure just to define it even more. Then taking my NYX eyeshadow base in white and making sure to apply this all over my bottom lid. And the way I like to help define my crease, if you have hooded eyes like me, is to actually open my eye up all the way, and then the natural marking that it makes, just carve along that marking and you'll be good, you know, for the rest of the night, making sure shadow doesn't transfer. Got tongue-tied. Then taking this really cool tone grayish blue hue, a part of the 35K palette from Morphe brushes, and packing that on over on top of that white base. Then just going back in with that Real Techniques crease brush and making sure to really blur out the edges. I added a metallic brown in there just to kind of help soften it up, and then I did reapply back some of that grayish blue shadow just to clean it up a bit so it doesn't look as dusty and dirty as it did in that last clip. Then taking my Sigma gel liner in Wicked and my Morphe angled brush, I am just applying my wing liner as usual. I do have a wing liner tutorial on my channel. You can search that up if you want an in-depth tutorial on how to do a wing liner. Then with my MAC 212 brush, I am pushing up that reddish brown matte shade, the darkest one that we applied in our crease, up against my bottom lashes, and taking a pencil brush to really buff it out. Then to further blur it out a little bit more, I'm taking this really taupey beige matte shade, and on that same brush, again, just further buffing it out so it's not so harsh. Taking the maryloumanizer and using that as my inner corner highlight as well, and then taking the NARS Larger Than Life Eye Pencil in the shade Rue Bonaparte. This is my favorite nude eyeliner ever. It is so creamy and it lasts such a long time. Best one, hands down. For lashes, I am using my Lilly lashes in the style Doha. I actually really like these lashes. It's probably one of their more lightweight lashes that they have from that line. So I thought it fit this eye look appropriately since they're not too dramatic and you can still see the blue through them. Lastly, for the eye, I'm just setting my brows with some brow gel. This one's just from Mary Kay. It's a clear one, so there's no extra color added. For lip color, I was taking this ColourPop Cosmetics Ultra Matte, and I decided to throw on last minute Anastasia Undressed lip gloss over top. I believe the Ultra Matte color was in the shade Clueless, and I figured it was just too bright and too matte, so I did nude it out a little bit. And that's the end of this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!